I want to talk about a trend that I have been seeing on YouTube that I think is getting the wrong message across. And it is on the topic of the videos that state, I would rather die than work a 9 to 5 job. I think these people are missing the point. They say things like, oh, I can't go to the gym, my sleep is affected, all these things that they are losing by working a 9 to 5 job. But I think that it would be better to look at it in the sense that if you're at a 9 to 5 job, you're not living. I mean, look at me right now, it's 11:30 a.m. I am walking around a park in Mexico City, which as an American, if I had a 9 to 5 job, a 9 to 5 office job, would just be fantasy land, as I like to call it. And I think that having this opportunity to go on these walks, go to cafes, sit in a park, reflect on life, do anything but be in an office right now is far better and productive use of my time. And I'd actually like to talk about probably the worst 9 to 5 job I ever had and sort of the reflections that I made there that had me leave. And honestly, I've never returned to a 9 to 5 job since. And this is probably, oh man, over 10 years ago. It was a publishing company in New Jersey. Sorry, I'm kind of walking and looking as I'm going here. It was a publishing company in New Jersey where people order greeting cards and they needed typists, people that type fast, and I typed at that point like 50 or 60 words per minute, to sit at the computer all day and manually type their orders that they would send in. I mean, I don't know why they didn't do it online, but anyway, they wrote it with a pen. I would sit at the office, I would come in 9 o'clock. Here's the kicker though, even 10, 15 years ago when I did this, there was no internet at the computers. I wasn't allowed to look at my phone. So it was pretty much just me sitting there with honestly a bunch of women, mostly in their 50s or older. It was like kind of I don't want to say that sort of crowd, but it was a type of job where the people were just sitting there all day, focusing on the work, maybe gossiping a little bit. Was not for me. Always felt like more of a free spirit. Studied journalism in college, and with that I wanted to be a sports broadcaster at that point. Maybe you could tell with my voice still that I enjoyed those sort of hobbies. And I just remember like clock watching all day. I would go to the bathroom just to stand and get away from my cubicle area. And I still remember one day doing that, looking at the mirror in the bathroom and saying to myself, like, you put yourself here. You are in this situation, working this kind of dead-end office job because you couldn't find something better. I mean, there's obviously, blame I could have put. I had recently graduated from college about a year earlier. It was not a good job market at that time. But still, I mean, I was there because of my choices, because of the economy. I mean, a lot of ways you could blame things. And I remember kind of even reaching a point where I was thinking, I want to just get out of here. I was even looking up going to Europe. They needed not nannies, but families needed people to talk English with their kids. And I was looking into that. I was just, I don't want to say desperate, because obviously I came from a nice home, and I wasn't in a really bad situation at that point, but it just felt like for my soul, I could not work a job like that for long. So eventually, maybe the stars aligned, maybe it was proper positive thinking. I mean, I don't know the reason, but I was able to get a job doing what I wanted in broadcasting in Texas. So I ended up staying in that job for what was, about 4 or 5 months. So I reflect on that story to say that I've been there And I look around now, you know, I'm in this park, I'm just wandering, there's a lot of dogs, there's a lot of life going on here, and I don't miss that atmosphere one bit. So if you're watching this and I say from the title that I would rather live than work a 9-to-5 job, what I mean is this: I would rather have freedom, I would rather have the ability to travel where I want, when I want, do what I want, and perhaps most importantly, make money how I want. And I think there's never been a better time for you to do a thing like that. I mean, even if you have no qualifications and you could understand this video, congratulations, you speak English. They need English teachers all over the world, or even online. You don't have to leave the USA. I mean, that's an option. I chose to do it. You don't have to. Just speaking English, being a native speaker, congratulations. You could teach kids in China and have the freedom that you want and not have to answer to a boss, not have to put on crappy work clothes and go to the office. No, you could do something like this. I mean, I'm putting the camera out now. You could walk in a park in the middle of the day and reflect on your life, or grab a coffee, or do such things. And I mean, there are dedicated YouTube channels just for work at home jobs. I think it's the #1 niche, how to make money at home. So if you have even an ounce of ambition or motivation, you could do it. You could escape that lifestyle. You can live, as I have been vehemently saying thus far in this video, as I do my very first walk and talk around Parque Mexico in Mexico City. So yes, I am an expat that has escaped his life in the USA to come here and, you know, live a life I am very happy with. At the moment, it's 75 degrees at the end of August. Far more hot and muggy now in New York, or for those of you stuck in an office setting. So again, I mean, it's your life, it's your call. If you don't like your current situation, maybe you need a moment to reflect, a moment to look at the mirror like I did in that crappy office bathroom in Richfield Park, New Jersey, and just question how you've gotten here and what methodologies are needed to get you out. And I think if you're even ambitious enough to watch a video like this, you're ambitious enough to go for it. I mean, if you even have a little bit of money saved and you're in a miserable situation, I say quit. I say leave the country if you want, or just leave the office, but start something new. It's never too late to start again. That's it for this one, folks. Take care.